you want, what you need when you lie. It's a lesson that's got me reading now. What you want, who is seeing when you lie. It's the message that's got me reading now. What you want, what you need when you lie. It's a lesson that's got me reading now. What you want, who is seeing when you lie. It's the message that's got me reading now. Got me reading now. Got me reading. Got me reading now. Got me reading. Got me reading now. Got me reading. Got me reading now. Shining the skies on you, they're shining down on me. If the night's so long, it's hard getting off to sleep. Any other day, that's fine. Any other place, any time. Any other day, any other way. But I still want you. Lights shining the skies on you, they're shining down on me. If the night's so long, it's hard getting off to.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Lore Reloaded. Wonderful to see you guys. As always, please press 1 in the comments section. If you can hear me, I'll wait a couple of seconds and see if I can hear myself. But while I wait for that to happen, I want to let you guys know about twitter.com/Lore Reloaded. Everything sounds good. That's great. My cat just jumped up here, meaning you guys are going to watch me slowly go down because this chair is actually broken. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So welcome to the show. Of course, we got Trek Yards in the house. What is going on? We got Birds of Prey, 100% American Buffalo, Orataka Tinga. We also have Vile Mike. It is never a party until Don Juan is here. And of course, my cat wants to be petted a little bit. Is that Lore singing? No, that was not me singing. I wish I had that good of a singing voice, even if it was female. Just to let you guys know, in the next couple of days, I'll be doing a breakdown of the Horizon type, which is done by Commander Cockings. You've also seen it on Trek Yards. I'll have another video out, and that's probably about it, because November 3rd, Saturday, from 5 a.m. to 5 a.m., I will be doing a charity live to raise money for kids with cancer. So, got a lot of fun things going on. Oh, and a couple of things, revitalization for the channel that I'm excited about too. I think you guys are really going to like it. But with that out of the way, let's just get into it. Let's talk about the most fearsome monster in science fiction. Because I was sitting here and I was saying to myself, James, the masses need to see your beautiful, luxurious face. And you have to come up with an idea. And what would be best to talk about but the most fearsome monster in sci-fi for October 31st? That will surely get the views coming in. And Nathan Norman has already won by giving the most fearsome monster in all of science fiction, which is Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy. Yep, and as Don Juan said, November 3rd charity, November 6th, definitely go vote Republican if you care anything at all about people. If not, vote Democrat. Siren says the Mass Effect Reapers are the most fearsome for yourself. Reapers are pretty... The Reapers can be pretty fearsome, I agree. Especially since they make you not you with the whole indoctrination thing. I could definitely see that. Trackyard says, is it Janeway? I don't think it's Janeway. I've always looked at Janeway as a tragic character, akin to someone going through, maybe not exactly, but akin to someone who slowly goes through PTSD. I think that, Michael Burnham, probably, if we're going to choose from Trek, Michael Burnham with the Borg as a close second would probably be where we go from. Of course, in Jurassic Park, the biggest monster is man. The Zerg are pretty fearsome as well. I agree. The Zerg, especially because, again, I have something with making you not you, and the Zerg are insidious with that. They can infect a person and make them not you without anyone ever really knowing. And it's like a plague. You know? Do robotic life forms equal creatures? They do. What you got for me? Again, this is more just to hang out, see where it's going. You guys hate it when I do this type of thing, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll go back to doing something specific next time. Jeff Goldblum, but he's so innocent. No one looks at Jeff Goldblum. The Goa'uld can do that too. Yeah, the Goa'uld are they don't only take over, though. They also play up to how naive humanity can be, I think. So the Goa'uld can play the game as well. What about the little critters from TNG Conspiracy? Yeah, I would see that. Would be weird if Star Trek Discovery crew had to fight giant ants. Giant aunts. Not ants, aunts. So, like, people's aunts. I think that'd be a lot weirder than them fighting giant ants, in fact. That would be critically scary. I think the Reapers are probably on the top 10 list. I would have to agree with that. That the Reapers are one of the bigger ones that I think would be pretty fearsome. Honestly, good scary science fiction for me is an enemy that makes you not you. And you can see that. You can see the change in a person. I forget the name of the movie. It's a really old movie. But it was like the invasion of these huge ants. It was really old. And these people were trying to resist, and it was really, for its time, I think it was pretty scary. So what would happen is the queen, they would get humans who would capture other humans and take them to the queen, and the queen would turn them into automatons, into slaves or whatnot. And so you had this scene where all of these humans are in a line and they're being turned into these automatons. And she's resisting, she's screaming, she's saying no. Then they take her in the little box and whatever the gas the ant does. And she then comes out and says, it's okay, it's all great, everything's fine. I think that is scary as hell. My vote is still for the id in the Forbidden Planet. They wiped out an entire civilization that could manipulate matter with thoughts in a single night. I feel like I've seen that, but maybe not. Darn cat. Wow. Happy Halloween to you, good Darth Revan. The Daedra from the Elder Scrolls are the scariest. They can change everything about you, send you to hell, bring you back, and destroy you for fun. CBS. CBS is the ultimate evil. I agree. The Cybermen from Doctor Who. Are the Cybermen the most evil of the Doctor Who franchise, though? I mean, they're pretty scary. Well, thank you. They're pretty scary. They basically turn you into a walking human, or not human, but android, and basically strip away everything but the brain. I guess I could kind of see that. I don't know. What do you think, Trek Yards? What's the scariest to you? Borg, replicators, or Cybermen? Which would you rather not face? Probably the Borg or the replicators, I'd say. I've already taken my kids trick-or-treating. We had a lot of fun. Their mother is taking them trick-or-treating at this point. Vampires can be scary if done well, especially those who can manipulate. Maybe not from like Twilight. I don't really have a lot of fear there, but if they're done well. My choices are the Proto-Devlin from Macross, Space Vampires basically, but the Black Markers from Dead Space. I don't think I've ever played Dead Space. The Time Lords can make you not exist. They have full control over time. They're one of actually, I think it was like 8 species. The Great Time War would create species to have them burn, then to be wiped out of existence, and then to be created again, and well aware of what was happening. So from that point, even though we don't see it, that is a horrific fate. There was a reason why they didn't like the Time Lords, for sure. I don't know. I think the scary monster in Doctor Who was the child with gas masks asking, "Are you my mommy?" Yeah, the use of kids can be very scary. I agree. And there was like an entire shelter because they did like an orphanage, right? Wraith from Stargate Atlantis, maybe? Yeah, maybe. I could see that. By the way, for the new people who are joining, 51 people watching and only 10 thumbs up. What's up with that? A very happy Halloween to you guys. Don Juan wants to remind you to definitely vote Republican. Don Juan will get very upset if you don't. He says that if you care about anything, you'll vote Republican. Because the true... No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to give you that clip. But yeah, Don Juan wants you to vote Republican. So definitely do that. Wraith and Replicators scare me equally due to their numbers and nigh invulnerability. Firefly Reavers. Firefly... You sound rough. No, it's just my nose all of a sudden because the cat decided to flurry up. Firefly Reavers are interesting because they're, at their base, human. And so the fact that they torture themselves, that they love pain, and to go out of their way to turn people into them. I think the scariest thing about that is the fact that they used to be human. They used to be like everyone else, right? The creature from The Thing is worse. I tell you what, the worst... see y'all later, I'm at work. See ya, 100% American Buffalo. You know, the worst... or scariest monster for me was the Langoliers. The Langoliers scared the hell out of me up until they saw him, and then the CGI for him was just horrific. I mean, it completely destroyed it for me. But this enemy that just eats and eats and eats and sounds like cornflakes in the background, and you never see them coming. They're there, but you never see them. And then, yeah, you see them, and they're just horrific. Dune and the Navigators, no matter how many times I see that movie or the miniseries, they scare me. I've never watched Dune. Those things that crawled in your ear from Star Trek II gave me legitimate nightmares. Indeed. Rick is the biggest and scariest villain of all time, I agree. Yeah, I loved the Langoliers up until, again, they showed the Langoliers. Man, darn cat. But what is the scariest? It doesn't have to be Star Trek. It doesn't have to be from anything specifically. Weeping Angels. Oh, man, yeah. From Trek Yards up into his house. Don't Blink. That was a wonderful episode. The one thing I like about Doctor Who And one of the things I want to try, because for those who don't know, I'm actually in film school now. Doctor Who can do it on a budget, and they can do it really well. And I love their writing when it comes to that. The Weeping Angels are probably one of the best, I think, when it comes to villains. And I love the back... I forget the name of the episode, but it was the back and forth where they were just having a conversation, and he says, "Don't blink." That's just freaking excellent, man. I absolutely loved it. I think we can all agree the biggest YouTube villain would probably be Jake Paul. If we're looking at villains, but not necessarily scariest. What's the scariest YouTube show you guys think that you've seen out of curiosity? Ewoks. They are very scary too. I read a fan fiction once where someone created lawn gnomes in the style of the Weeping Angels as a security system. Wow. Darth Revan, to be honest, I don't get scared at anything these days. There is nothing scary to you. Nothing at all. Ha! The episode's name is Don't Blink. Okay, well that makes sense. Man, I might have to quit early because of this cat. Hey, don't get mad. Stargate replicators. Yeah, we've already talked about that. But I guess, why are they scarier? Why are they scary is the question. So you've named what's scary for you. But why? What makes them specifically scary? You know? If I'd pick species, it's definitely either Tyranids or the Borg, if a single monster. The boogeyman from the real Ghostbusters. The Tyranids, yep, they can be. Lore actual in the house, I think maybe things that turn you into something else, like the Flood, Necromorphs, or maybe the Thing. The Flood, oh. You know, guys, if you haven't read it, read the Halo series. It's excellent science fiction. It is absolutely excellent. Well, early Halo books. I haven't read any of the later stuff, but it honestly, it is just awesome. The Orville episode with Alara on the holodeck was scary. All those spiders spooked me out. What are you doing? I think that was a decent episode. I wasn't ever really scared, but I think it did a good job of playing on a character's fears. I haven't seen the new season of Orville. Has it come out yet? Man, I'm horrible. I need to watch that. But yeah, again, I'm asking, why do things scare you at this juncture? So we've named a lot, but why? Also, we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't know how long I was going to stay on. I just want to jump on to say hi. I haven't been able to get a video out recently because everything that's going on because of Saturday and film school and just a couple other things. Wow. Also, don't forget, November 3rd, I will be live doing a 24-hour stream. What's going on, Michael Mormon? Orville Season 2 starts December 30th. Yeah, I said Season 3, didn't I? Season 2. Okay. I think the Doctor Who Big Bad should be a Time Lord who burned 1,000 times and was brought back, who is related to the Doctor, say his son, and be a good villain in conflict. Well, they kind of do that with the Master. Not that specifically, but with the Master. Most people get caught out by the uncanny valley. That is true. Russian bias in War Thunder. I have not seen that. The Borg are terrifying not only because of the hive mind itself, but because disconnected drones worship it. The hive makes you want to be a part of it. I never really thought of that. But yeah, once you're a part of it, and you've been a part of it for a long time, most want to return. Even those who have who are adults. What time are you starting on the 3rd? 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, good buddy. You know, a good scary villain is, oh man, Event Horizon. Like literal hell. That is such a good... What are you doing? What's going on here? Is Event Horizon. Like the literal parts of hell, I think. I guess really it comes down to what you're scared of, right? Zerg are scary because they have so many ways to kill you. Not only do Zerg, and we talked about this a little bit before, not only does Zerg have so many ways to kill you, but they also have a ton of ways to infest you and make you not you. Which is crazy. Event Horizon didn't have hell, it had the warp. I'm pretty sure it was hell. Pretty sure. My cat's not Spot, he's Pumpkin. Dude, are you okay? Why are you being extra today? What is my favorite movie? Hell? What is my favorite movie? Hell. Are you asking what's my favorite horror movie or what's my favorite movie? I don't know when it comes to what is my favorite movie. That changes a lot. A movie I really like that I thought, is this the 24-hour thing, Robert Green? No, that's November 3rd. Good buddy. And that, by the way, just to explain how that's going to work. It's going to be me playing games. Anyone who wants to come on. Generally, I have to know you. You've had to have talked to me some, or you need to be an established YouTuber to talk on. I may let some other people come on, but people come on and do stupid stuff, so I have to watch out for that. Also, I am going to be going and getting lunch. I'll be in a ugly sweater as well as women's leggings. And I'm going to be connected to that through my phone, so you guys get to see me interact with people. And we're just going to have fun with it. Playing games. If people want to debate, we can come on and have debates. Really cool thing. There is a new shirt I'm really excited about that's coming out that all the money is going to go to... towards all the money on my side is going to go towards the kids doing cancer. The kids having cancer. And I got 25 Star Trek Online keys to give out. I got 10 extra large Miranda class. Hold on, let me see if I have it over here. I don't have it. Maybe I gave it to Anti-Tracker. I got 10 XL Miranda Eagle Moss things that I'll be giving out. And also some ugly sweaters. So I'm really, honestly looking forward to that. And if you guys haven't seen it, let me see if I can show it right here. Just because I'm so excited about this. And this is going to be actually one of the, after we raise money on it, I'm going to be giving it away to Patreons. Let me see. Why can't I grab you? Ugh. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. How cool is that? Look at that. All proceeds from it will go to Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, by the way. I think that is the coolest thing. TeePublic made that specific for the charity. I really like TeePublic. Much better than Teespring in almost every way. Excellent company. Excellent company. He had a Miranda class you gave him on the stream. Yeah, it was that one then. It's the XL version. But I'll be giving 10 of those away, and those are really nice. I love a Crossfield and an NX, but that is about it. I may, if I have one, I think I may have an NX. If I have an NX, I'll do a giveaway for it, for anyone who donates. But yeah, guys, anyway, I kind of just wanted to chill, hang out. I enjoy doing these, but you guys, my audience isn't like the anti-trackers. I can't just chill. I have to pick a specific subject. Generally, it has to be The Expanse, Babylon 5, or Star Trek, and if I want to get any kind of crazy traction, it has to be Star Trek. But, you know, I kind of want to say hi, see what was going on. Beyond that, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I'm really excited. In the next few weeks, there's going to be a video coming out that is about the expansion of the Lore Reloaded. I'm finally, because of you guys, and my dedication and everything, I've finally been able to get back on my feet and get to where I was going. And I'm taking it to Lore Reloaded Phase 2. I'm really excited about it. I'm keeping everything I have that works. So all the Starship lore, all the battle breakdowns, all of that staying. But I'm also going to add kind of a cinematic universe to it. Kind of think Nostalgia Critic in a way. I already have space for a studio, and I'm putting together a sound room. So my audio is going to be off the chain for all of my new videos in a couple weeks. I'm so excited. Guys, this is going to rock. I'm super excited. Laura, why don't you make a video on multiple types of alien classical monster analogs in sci-fi, like how the Wraith from Stargate are vampires and the Shadow from B5 are demons? I don't hate that. I don't hate that. You should do Doctor Who lore, man. Glad to see you're doing so well. I do. I have some Doctor Who lore already out there on my channel. Laura, why don't you make a Discord? Barry, I have a Discord. I've had a Discord for quite a while. I don't do anything with it, unfortunately. I'm thinking about getting rid of it. There's over 150 people on it, but I don't talk on it. I want to. I'm just so freaking... I wish you explored Stargate more. I'm starting to watch Stargate. I actually promised to do some breakdowns. After I get past the Babylon 5, I'm going to back off next year. I'll still do like I'll do like 2-3 Babylons every month, but then I'll start adding like Stargate and The Expanse. I thought my battle P3Y229 was probably the most horrific video I've ever done. I think it's the worst. And I have a video where I say transwarp was never stated, and I think that one was worse. So, Oberth is better than the Death Star. Well, I mean, they both, die as much, so yeah, there is that, good sir. By the way, for those who are interested, there's going to be a better discount, I believe, on... there may not be a better discount November 1st, but right now there's actually a discount on that shirt. Until the end of the charity. After the end of the charity, this won't be so. But anyone who actually decides to go and get that shirt, any money that I get from that shirt will go instantly to Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. Which future would you most like to live in? 40K, Vampire Hunter D, or Numenaria? I don't remember Numenaria or Vampire Hunter D. I sure as hell don't want to live in 40K, though. I mean, I might actually choose death over what has given me. People corrected you a lot, and we understood the mistakes, but it was a good video. And I'm going to be redoing a lot of that stuff. I really am. Lore Reloaded. Forbidden Planet's id is the best because it's you. All of your dark impulses, all of you without your moral fortitude. Free of... I don't remember watching that. It sounds familiar. I'm going to have to watch it now again, or watch it for sure. I mean, Athron says, hey, at least an Oberth is good enough for a galaxy to push off of to get of the way of stellar remnants. I mean, it took the most annoying person on board the Enterprise. Did they use a Oberth to get away? Because that seems consistent. It seems like what they do. Yeah. Vampire Hunter D takes place 10,000 years in the future where vampire nobles are on the decline. It sounds like when they were on the rise would be the more scarier piece. Other than a Starfleet officer, what Federation job would you like to do in Star Trek? Trader might be interesting. I'd love to work on Ryza. Here's the thing. Well, Jen, enjoy your dinner. Here's the thing when it comes to being honest about Star Trek. Everyone would want to work or be on Ryza. Almost everybody. I think it was Lore Runner who said that it's a good fantasy, it's good to pretend, but if you wanted to live there, where would you actually live? Star Trek is scary as hell. It's absolutely... I would not want to be on a Constitution-class ship. Screw that. Everybody who's ever on a Constitution-class ship gets killed, generally. But in a Galaxy-class isn't much better, in my opinion. Was the episode with Space Drunk in it? Naked Now. Okay. Starfleet is the NOAA with... I don't know who the NOAA is. Dear Goddess, I wouldn't want to be on Risa. I would want to be on Risa. Absolutely. Risa sounds lovely this time of year. Hey, Laura, if you were a Q, how would you deal with Wesley? I'd kill him. No, I wouldn't kill him. I'd make him not exist. I would make him not exist and still be tortured. Cannot stand Wesley Crusher. Can't stand. Wesley Crusher is worse. I would watch Discovery all day, every day before I watch Wesley Crusher. I would justify Michael Burnham and how Lorca was wonderfully written with no bias before I ever positively position Wesley Crusher. You can take that to the bank. I want to live on Planet P and Starship Troopers or Klindathu. Well, I mean, we all have our suicide impulses, I guess. Risa would get boring eventually. By the way, greetings from San Diego. What's going on, San Diego? Greetings from near Nashville, Tennessee. Risa would not get... Sex does not get boring. I'm sorry. Anyone who gets tired of sex doesn't know how to do it. That's all I'm saying. You can quote me. Take that clip and definitely do what you want with it because it's the God's honest. It is the God's honest. All right, we're going to be ending pretty shortly. Lorca's writing was good up until his betrayal, which made no sense. His betrayal absolutely was stupid. It was poorly written. What's wrong? Ugh. What's the problem with Wesley? He didn't seem so bad. Wesley is the most horrific Mary Sue that has ever been written in all of fiction. I haven't read all of fiction. It is impossible for me to do so in my limited lifespan. But I can tell you with 100% accuracy that Wesley Crusher was horrible. He was the worst written thing that could ever done. Yeah, I can't even do appropriate grammar because of him. He could fix anything. He could do anything. He was annoying. He looked creepy and stalkery. He had a older man watch him creepy and stalkery, and then he went away with said older man. I have to watch STF Macross. I have never seen it, but it keeps coming up. There are worse fan fictions than Canon Wesley. Tazoon Gary, that is impossible. And I'd appreciate it if you don't lie or curse on my channel. What about Mayor Mary Sue that allowed Police Academy movies to happen? Better than Wesley Crusher. Which was worse, Wesley or the kid in Sequest? The kid in Wesley was worse. I actually watched all of Sequest. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to pretend I was a part of Sequest. Would you like to live on the NCC 1701 Constitution or the NX-01? The NX-01! I have a chance of living on the NX-01. I have an absolute chance of winning. Wesley's only good contribution was saving the Enterprise D from a video game addiction. Was saving the... Yeah, please, swear to God. Look, I don't like Will Wheaton either. And if I liked Will Wheaton, I would just feel bad and not like the character. I don't like either of them. But Wesley, and it's not Will Wheaton's... it's not Will Wheaton's fault. But Wesley was written so horrific and for so many agenda-biased things. It was just stupid. Like the video game thing, how video games are apparently horrific. I don't even know what they were trying to do with Wesley. Give me the Constellation class any day. Love that starship. I'll take an Akira class starship. I'll tell you what, even if it meant having to brave Star Trek, because the Star Trek universe is a scary place to be, I would love to live on Akira class. So Disco Marathon or every TNG episode where Wesley is a big part of the plot. Disco Marathon all day, every day, for the rest of my life. Wesley is a good character is worse than saying F. Yes. Yes. Video game episode, pleasure is bad. Don't have fun. Now, yeah, it was trying to say that games were bad. I don't blame Will Wheaton for that. But because of the way he's written, definitively, it's just so bad. It's just, ugh. Who would do that? Who would do that, good gents? Nobody that loves Christ. I'll tell you that. Now I'm going to have two sides mad at me. One side who thinks that I may or may not be a believer. So they're like, oh, God, he's religious. And then one side that thinks I'm making fun of it. It's like, oh, an atheist making fun of it. I can't win with you people at all. If you were in Star Trek, would you join the KDF if given the choice? Hell no. Absolutely not. The Klingon Defense Fleet? No. Not in a million years would I not join them. Imagine Daedalus in Star Trek universe transporting crew of Voyager to the Earth in 2 days. Sure. Or, you know, they could use the Mycelium network by, you know, whatever. I think the Galaxy class would be the best crew accommodations, at least for the officers. It wasn't just the officers. It's a hotel. It's a hotel in space. Apparently, Foley from Trek Yards is not religious because he says "bah" to religion. A 40k world or a Risa populated entire by Wesley's 40k world that's under attack by the Tyranids. Michael Leith, yes, Trek Yards is here. By the way, I'll be doing a breakdown of the Horizon type tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I actually told Commander Cockings that I would be doing it Monday, but no. Riverbank, you are alive. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. What about the Orville that looks like a good universe to be in? It can be. I mean, there are some dangers. Risa and the Warhammer 40k universe would be called a breeding colony. It would. It would, I agree. Oh, we got Joseph Caesar Padron up in the house, who is one of our resident believers. Am I going to do the Foley class as well? You didn't want me to do the Foley. I offered to do it, and you were like, no, I don't know that I want you to do it. You didn't seem like it. I mean, I'll do the Foley class. Discovery is a good science fiction, even a good Star Trek, but it should have not been in the 23rd century. The hell is wrong with you, Dustin Janique? Hit F in the comments to give sympathies for Dustin Janique, who makes bad decisions in life. Hey, Laura, who's your favorite captain in Trek? Believe it or not, going crazy with his character, I really like Lorca. Lorca is way, way up there for me. Sisko's pretty big. Honestly, for first and second place, it would be between Lorca and Sisko. Do the Foley class, but explain why 3 nacelles is a bad idea. I've never been, personally, a fan of more than 2 nacelles, and it's just aesthetic. Just say the second part. No, I like saying dystangenique. Does communism count as a religion? As much as capitalism does, you can worship anything. Lorca should have been a broken captain instead of a mere sociopath. Yeah, I mean, or, you know, I think they could have really fixed it if Lorca worked for Section 31. Would have tied everything together. The 1031, his brokenness. If he had appealed to Michael and said, you know, I work for this organization. They're called Section 31. They're trying to fix everything. I think it would have made it a little more understandable. I would have liked to see Star Trek resume with post-DS9 Voyager, but haven't watched any Discovery yet. The JJ reboot killed my enthusiasm. If you can get CBS for free, I'd binge Discovery, is what I'd suggest. All Starfleet ships should have no less than 8 nacelles. Truth, Riverbank, truth. All right, guys, I think we're going to end it here. I kind of just want to say hi. I want to hang out, see what was going on with you lovely folks. Don't forget to check out Trek Yards. We're going to be doing the Horizon type November 3rd. I will be live for 24 hours playing all kinds of games from like Call of Duty to Star Trek Online. I'll be giving away all kinds of stuff. Over 100 things will be given away. And I'm really looking forward to it. And because of this, there's actually that new shirt that I'm telling you guys about, which is right here. All donations to this thing, it's at TeePublic, tpublic.com/Lore Reloaded, or look up Lore Reloaded. And yeah. And then, going back to what I was talking about beforehand, we will be doing Lore Reloaded 2.0. I'm really excited about that. I want you guys to stay tuned, because I think it's going to take it to the next level. With all that out of the way, as always, remember, all of our lives are ultimately stories in the end. Riverbank, before I do that, Riverbank giving $2.55. Lore Channel is the best channel. When you're right, you're right. Absolutely. November 3rd from 5 a.m. Central Standard Time to 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. In the end, all of our lives are a story. Make yours a good one.